What is good, everybody? This has been back with another video. It is Monday morning, and I want to thank God for just allowing me to see another day. In my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, God is so awesome. Just want to say real quick, man. My church and we've come off of our 21-day fast, and I tell you, man, we did something a little bit different than we normally do on the last week of our 21-day fast. Normally, we break it after the Sunday service on that week. But this time, we actually did a all-nighter from 6 p.m. to midnight. The youth in our church prayed, the youth leaders, the women, and the men. And I'm going to tell you, it was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Awesome atmosphere. The Spirit of the Lord was in the place. And just so proud to be a part of St. Peter's Church for outreach, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And so I just wanted to say that keeping that fire burning for the Lord. But in addition to that, I want to talk about my Commanders, the game against the Eagles. I feel the pain for all the Commanders fans. I feel the pain, man. We got our butts whooped. They was just the better team. You know, no bones about it, no excuses. It was the better team. And overall, they just played better. And but hats off to the to the Eagles. They're back in there again. They got an opportunity. They're back in the Super Bowl. They have an opportunity, and they play the Chiefs. They face the Chiefs again, and we'll see what happens this time. I'm hoping that the Eagles win, honestly. I want to see who's going to beat the Chiefs. Now that it's set, Super Bowl is set. Can the Eagles get it done? Can the Eagles get it done? I think they can. With the defense that they have, Saquon Barkley is running all over the field. The guy's good. I mean, he went to the Eagles and just he's good. So I think they got the tools, man. They just needed another opportunity and they got it. And so I'm picking the Eagles. I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. I'm picking the Eagles. So wanted to say that. Now going to the talking about my Commanders, for the Commanders fans, I know you're hurting right now. I get it, but man, I'm looking to the future. Yeah, we came up short this time, but it's been a minute. It's been a minute since Washington's been in that situation to have a chance to even go to a Super Bowl. How many years has gone by? I mean, it's been a minute. So I like what I see with Jaden Daniels. I like the future. And let's just keep building around him and, make the right moves, get the right people, man. And I see the Commanders back in it again next year. Let's go. Let's do this. I see them having an opportunity to get back. It's not easy. but it can happen. So the next thing I want to talk about is my Duke Blue Devils college basketball. Saturday was a lot of really, really good games. You had the Duke and Wake Forest. Duke going to Wake. Last year, Duke lost to Wake at Wake. This year, it looked like it was going to be it looked like it was trending in that direction for a little bit. Coming into the second half, Wake went on a, I think, 17-2 run, and they got the lead, and they was pulling away, looked like. But that Cooper Flag, man, Cooper Flag saves the day. But it wasn't just Cooper Flag. Mason Gillis. Man, got to give a shout out to Mason Gillis. Knocked down some real key threes in that stretch of us coming back and ultimately getting the dub in Wake Forest, at Wake Forest. And a lot of people talking about the conference being down, and a lot of people talking about Duke not being tested and all this stuff in the conference and everything. I bear to differ. Because when it comes to Duke and Carolina especially, everybody gets up for those games. I don't care if it's the last team in the conference. I don't care if they won no games in the conference. When it comes to Duke and Carolina, for the most part, they go to another level for the most part. And so I would beg to differ to just say that they don't have any competition. They don't have any. Now, they still got to compete, because Duke knows, or Carolina knows. And I'm saying Carolina and Duke because Carolina and Duke are the blue bloods of the conference for the most part. I mean, you got, I'm not putting down any other school. Clemson has been solid. They always pretty solid. Pitt generally pretty solid. Louisville, man, they're on the street right now. They're definitely on the street. But but as far as the two main the programs that have won national championships more than any of the other programs, they're the two that everybody want to beat for the most part. Just being honest. And so that's the reason why I'm referencing Carolina and Duke. Now, of course, Carolina and Duke still got to play their first game. So we know that's going to be, what it's going to be. So, but back to Duke. I really want to credit, Coach Shire and the staff, because Duke could have easily lost that game. They could have easily lost that game. They could have just said, one loss in the conference ain't gonna be no big deal. They could have laid down and just lost that game. And it's because sometimes that happens. And sometimes that happens. And so, but I wanted to see how tough Duke, how were they going to respond from adversity? I wanted to see how they was going to respond. Because everybody is talking about, they haven't had really any close games and how they respond and everything. So honestly, it was a good opportunity for Duke to show that they can win close games. They can be down, they can be challenged, and they can overcome the challenge. They can overcome the adversity. And they did that. They did that. And I'm so proud of this team because, again, it's a tough environment. Even though this team, they've done very well on the road. I have to give it to them. They've done very well on the road. But it's a tough environment. The home team start going on a run. The crowd starts getting involved. Now you got game pressure. You're the team. This is Duke coming in, the second ranked team in the nation coming in. All of a sudden, the second ranked team in the nation is getting beat. And it's looking like it might be an upset. But Cooper Flag, man, I tell you, man, what a blessing. I mean, what a blessing, man, having this guy on the team, man. I'm sure anybody in the nation, any school in the nation, would love to have Cooper Flag. No doubt about it. Would love to have Cooper Flag on their team. I know I would if I was a coach. Who would? But Cooper Flag, he went to work. But again, I love the fact that it wasn't just Cooper Flag. And that's the reason why it's important to have other guys that can step up. In addition. We know Cooper Flag is the best player on the team. Everybody knows that. And so, but when you have other guys that can step up, Mason Gillis was that other guy. Other guys had pretty good games too, but when it came down to key possessions in that game to kind of get a little bit more of a cushion, because Duke, they got back the lead, but it was only by a possession. And it just shows you how important three-point shots are, man. It makes a huge difference. If you knock down some threes in critical times of the game, that's what Mason Gillis did. A few times he did that. Knock down critical shots. And so, you got a guy who's experienced. You got a guy that was a part of the Purdue program that went to the national championship last year. You got a guy that's been around the Purdue program for 4 years, and they've been in the running on the cuffs of making it far in tournaments and winning games, winning tough games. So he's been there, and he's done that. So to have him to show up, when things could have went south, to give Duke a little bit more of a lead, he did that. And that's the reason why, man, I just love this team, man. I love this Duke team. Now, I loved a lot of the teams, man. Don't get me wrong, but I love this Duke team because they have toughness. They play solid defense. The offense is solid. And then they got a superstar by the name of Cooper Flag on the team. Because I don't care what nobody say. You're not going to win a national championship if you don't have some players. If you don't have some quality players, some talent, not everybody got to be NBA, but you got to have somebody. And then you have guys that can come off the bench. You got good defense, efficiency, all that stuff. Rebound, rim protection. Duke has it. They can match up with anybody in the country. And so they have the ingredients. They have it. So we'll see how they continue on in the conference. They got a real shot to go undefeated, but they shouldn't be thinking that. They should just be thinking about, okay, who we got next? Okay, we got to get ready for them and just keep it simple. Keep it simple. And if they do that, the rest will take care of itself. The rest will take care of itself. So I'm proud of Duke getting the dub at Wake. I believe they're back at home. I think the next game, it might be Stanford. Stanford's not going to be a cupcake. They've been playing really well. I think it's Stanford Nets or something like that. But anyway, I just want to come on here. It's probably been one of my longest vids, but just want to come on here and just share a little bit. Hope everyone have a great one. Make sure you like, make sure you comment what you think about the Super Bowl, what you think about the games against the Bills and the Chiefs. Of course, you know, the Commanders and the Eagles, what you think about those games. Who you think is going to win the Super Bowl, who you think is going to win. I'm hoping the Eagles pull it out, man. I want Jalen Hurts to finally get a ring. You know, they've come up short a few times and stuff, and so I know a lot of people want the Chiefs to win too, because it would be three in a row, and that hasn't been done, I don't think. So history is kind of in the making as far as that. But I think Eagles, man, they got a shot, man. I think they need to do everything they can to get this time, man. You know. So anyway, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment. Blessings, everybody.